and I attended an exorcism. Do I think evil is real? I'm answering your questions. That's a good question. My name is Dr. Peacock. I'm an adult psychiatrist. I did my master's in theology, and one of the courses I took was medical anthropology. And we looked at the various medical traditions and healing traditions around the world, like Ayurvedic medicine versus, allopathic medicine here in the United States. As a part of that course, I did my own paper on charismatic traditions, religious traditions, and faith healings, and I attended an exorcism within that tradition. And it was interesting. I watched them go through this ritual process, and the clergy person, who wasn't a priest, cast out the demon, and he was speaking to the demon, and this person was writhing and speaking in guttural ways, and I was an outsider. I was observing, and it was a privilege to be able to participate in that process. And when the demon left this person, the person had a transformation. Immediately felt better. And I remember being a little spooked out. And so here I am as a skeptic, but I actually flinched. I saw other people move, so I flinched too. And that night, I lived in my own apartment, and I kept the TV on, and I had myself a little spooked out by it. So that was an interesting experience for me. I wrote it up as a ritualized process within a cultural tradition of healing, and more of a psychological, much like a placebo effect. But it did sit with me for a long time. Years ago, I read a book by Scott Peck, and Scott Peck wrote The Road Less Traveled, and that was a bestseller. That was a huge book. And he later on started leaning into the idea of this stuff, and he talked about attending an exorcism and actually leading an exorcism. And so at this point, he kind of lost me. I was no longer following his work. I thought it was a little narcissistic. He said that the demon he faced as he was casting out this demon was actually Satan himself, the embodiment of the devil. So the psychiatrist actually thought Satan showed up to have a battle with him individually, which I thought was curious. And, I know people have various faith traditions, and some people believe in the idea of demons. And I've got close friends who are psychics, and they believe in things that are guides and healers. And so within that spectrum of your spirits and guides, the potential for darkness. And so the last question, do I believe in evil? I believe in the embodiment of darkness lives in the potential of every human being, and it runs down the center of us, and the idea that somebody else outside of us, when it's always within all of us, the potential for that. But does it embody an entity? I don't know. I'm curious what you think. Thank you. Email me at larrypeacockmd@gmail.com. Everything on this and any other social media site is for entertainment purposes only. It's not meant to be construed as medical advice. If you have any specific questions, please always refer back to your provider. All questions should be general. Thank you very much.